Hello, and welcome to Nerd Domain Presents Mass of Nyarlathotep Side Quest, Episode 4. Tonight we wrap up the adventure of the boys and find out what is really going on. Hope you're in for a shocker.
Welcome back to the Nerd Domain Podcast, presents Masks of Nyarlathotep Side Quest.
Side splorching, whatever.
Side Quest. And we return to the party as Ethan has disappeared.
And joined Bobby.
He's appeared.
And Brian and Timothy are in the cornfields with Mr. Dublesse. Clarence and Clark are separated. Clarence went out the back door?
Yep.
Or are you still hiding in the kitchen?
I went out the back door.
He went out the back door. And Clark is looking for Clarence.
Inside the house.
Inside the house.
You should check upstairs. Second door on the left. I hear it's awesome.
Alright, so
Introduce us individually.
oh yeah, and let's introduce everybody. Scott, who plays Bobby, go for it.
We're doomed!
Matt.
Hello!
Phil.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Scott S.
I'm not dead yet.
Jesse.
Howdy.
And Johnny.
Oh, good lord.
So, let's go ahead and... Is there anything else? Oh, no, you guys are... Yeah, you're fine. So,
Is there anything
Bobby
else?
and Ethan? No, nothing else from Bobby and Ethan.
Oh.
Timothy and Brian.
I am searching the corn, calling out Brian's name.
Okay, Brian, you hear Timothy calling for you.
Do I hear anybody or anything else?
No. You just hear Timothy.
I gestured that they should meet up, but I'm already doomed, so they should perhaps not listen to me. Or maybe they should. I don't know.
It's a snake, Scott. It's a snake. Let's go check out the snake.
Yeah, talk about my snake. Go ahead.
You're just angry because I stopped to look at the Ankh and you didn't.
I did. Yes, I am angry about that. Come back to us.
I got a really good shot at getting out of here.
You think? Okay. Keep holding on to that.
Hope is the only thing that keeps us going.
Hope keeps you warm at night. Keep going.
Well, you were looking at the Yonk first, so let's...
No, he's running. He's going through the cornfield.
I haven't
yelling
started
your
looking
name.
at that yet.
Oh, okay.
I plan to.
That's all right. The choice is firmly on your shoulders.
But I don't want Mr. Dublesse to catch me looking at the Ankh, so I'm not looking at it yet.
Okay. As you go through one of the rows of the cornfield, you stub your toe on something again.
Okay. Do I need to search for it, or do I just see it? I put my flashlight on it, obviously.
Yeah, it kind of flashes, but because you stubbed it, you kind of kicked it, so you have to search for it.
Okay. Spot hidden?
Yeah, let's go for it.
38, and I needed a 25, so no.
Okay.
Unless I'm getting a bonus.
Yeah, you know what? You kick it, but your flashlight just flashes on it. It's the copper bowl.
Do I see Mr. Dublesse around?
No, you don't see anybody around. You're searching and...
Then I'll try to quietly pick that up and put it into my bag.
Okay.
How big? I mean, cereal bowl, ice cream bowl.
It is about this...
About 1 foot wide.
No. It's about this big around. I mean, it fits down into the bag pretty easily. You could probably put a couple of things on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, does it have a three-legged swastika on it? I hate you. Go ahead.
What is a three?
Don't ask. Just keep it. You just got
get
sucked
there,
in.
don't worry.
You'll get there. You'll find why that is relevant, and then you go, oh, okay, I get it.
Brian, do you have your flashlight with you still? Or are you
Turned on.
You're totally off. Okay, you look like you were rolling dice. What were you rolling for?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
He's trying to decide whether he's coming back or screw all of these people.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
So you find the copper bowl, and then...
Yeah, he's nodding.
What do you do?
Did I have to go beyond the 4 rows in to get to it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I just continue the search pattern.
So
and
4 rows up, and then 4 rows back to the road, and 4 rows up. Okay.
So it's back.
Did you skip all the way to the road?
Driveway, probably.
Well, I meant not road. I meant driveway. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. The driveway. You go to the driveway, then back, then driveway, and back.
So that would put the decision again firmly on you, Scott.
Right.
What you doing?
Are you paying
So I guess I don't
attention?
understand
Are you, like you're coming from the house and moving toward the
Parallel.
road?
Okay.
Are you when you come out of the corn stalks? Are you paying attention to your proximity to either the house or the road? Or are you just like going back and forth in the corn stalks and just focusing on?
I'm looking around because I'm kind of looking to see if I see Mr. Duplessis, and I'm obviously paying attention to my progress, away from the house, maybe not towards the road unless I can start seeing the road.
Right. Well, it looks like when you come out of the corn stalks, it looks like every third corn stalk you've only gone 1 row.
Okay.
So like he remembers going in 3 or going down 4, entering the cornfield, and he comes back out 3 back. So like 4 steps down, 3 steps back.
Yeah, he would have gone 3 rows. He would have started at the house, but you guys were kind of midway down anyway, down the driveway. You would have started and you would have went 1, 2, and it kind of looked like normal progress when you came out of the second one, but when you went back into the 3rd row and then you came out at the 4th one, it only looked like you went 2.
So I'm going to test it, and I'm going to go further down than I was told to. Go in and come back out and see how far I've
So you're going to, instead of going row by row, you're going to just walk down the driveway, go down
5 rows.
5 rows, walk in, and then come out the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, you see that you notice that you've gone 1 row.
But I'm still making progress? Just slow progress?
Yes.
And am I still seeing Mr. Duplessis searching right now, or does it just seem like I'm out here by myself?
No, you you think you hear him rustling, and then he's like, "Hey, Timothy, is everything okay?" You don't hear his voice.
Yeah, everything's fine. Just still looking.
His voice.
Yes, you do.
And then I'm going to just start walking straight towards the road, and I'll just keep glancing back to see if I see Mr. Duplessis come out, but I'm not going to be going into the cornfield.
Okay. As you get, you go 6 rows down, and you glance back to see if you can see Mr. Duplessis, you are back to, when you turn back around to look at the road, you're back to the point where you started.
Stairs in Mario.
Alright, so now
it seems like you were making more progress when you were searching the rows of corn.
So I'll go back to... So I would go... So the search pattern I was going before was I would go in 4 rows, away from the driveway.
Yeah, you would go in 1 row and you would only go 4 stalks. Then you would, turn and come down the road to come back out toward the driveway. And you would go in the next row, go in 4 stalks, turn around, come out to the driveway.
So I'm not changing the distance between myself and the house. I'm not trying to change the distance between myself and the house when I go in. That's just an in and then straight back out?
Yep. So it's parallel to the house, basically.
Okay. So I want to go in 4,
Mm-hmm.
go away from the house 4,
Mm-hmm.
come back out 4.
Okay.
Or come back to the driveway.
It looks like you've only gone 2.
I've got 2.
It looks like you've only gone 2.
Can I count or estimate how many rows it would be until the road?
No, it's pretty far. I mean, you could stand there and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but
Right,
it's
so I'll go
like,
in and I'll go
So,
20.
Figuring
Not something
standard
like that.
planting procedure, they're about
Would
Foot
I know
apart.
they're
that?
about 2 foot apart.
You could see
It's
it. You could
100
observe it.
yards. So you've got 100 of these at least.
Well, I was already halfway there.
If he quotes me the number of stalks per hectare, I'm going to hit him in the eye.
But I'm not sure I would know
the
that.
average hectare.
So you said you went in where?
I'm going to go in 4,
Okay.
away from the house 20, and then back out into the driveway.
It looks like you've only gone 5.
Okay, if I were walking, how long would I guess it would take me to walk from here to the road on the driveway?
I mean, if you're like looking at it, you're like, oh, there's the road, like, 50 yards away, half of a football field,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
So, like 50, 60 yards away. So I don't know, like, how long would that take to walk?
Not very
Like
A minute, 2 minutes,
5
3
minutes,
minutes.
2 minutes.
Alright, so I'll go in and I'll walk for 4 minutes, because I already know something weird is going on, and I'll come back out.
And you walk for 4 minutes. You're 2 stalks away from the house.
So I've gone way
Backwards.
backwards now.
Yep. Are you being freaked out by this at all?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Are you like, okay,
So
roll
that's not-
sanity.
that might be a sanity thing there, yeah.
What the fuck? That was my one, sorry.
I failed.
No.
Okay, roll a d6. Is it half the d6? Half of whatever?
No, he
No,
failed.
failed.
That would be a
Failed.
total, maybe plus. So,
No, not
No.
plus.
No, not plus.
Not for this.
Plus this
2.
many.
Alright.
Yeah.
2.
That's 3.
So
Plus
Phil,
3, that was me, baby.
Phil, start with the one that's circled. That's 1, and then
Yeah.
the
And
next
then the
one.
next
So you
one.
just
Oh.
draw a slash through them, light slashes. 'Cause
Okay.
that way-
I haven't lost any sanity yet.
Oh, not this again.
That's because you went out of the game so freaking early. You haven't had a chance to do anything.
I'm in the game still. Ask Matt. He'll
You're
tell
in
you.
Candyland.
I'm in
Okay,
Candyland. It's
Brian,
delicious
have
here.
you decided if you're going to answer Timothy or?
I'm not answering.
He's like, I ain't answering.
Okay.
Well, because I've probably stopped calling things now
how
that
are
I'm
you
just,
moving?
you know.
Like, are you
Well,
moving?
out
Are
of
you standing
curiosity,
still?
just side question: the lanterns at the house, I mean, the source of light.
Right.
These
that
are
were
these
on
are
the
oil
porch.
lanterns.
Yeah,
kind of
oil
thing?
lanterns hanging on the porch.
And I hear no other signs of pursuit besides him. Tromp, tromp, tromp.
Yeah, and him calling out to you and tromping through the.
But would he
But-
sort of be like, was here and then it was there?
But I hear him
He
sort of
doesn't-
having a conversation.
Just the one time.
You know, we say one thing to Mr.
No
Nelson.
one. To no one here, no one else.
You were.
So yeah, the question was,
And there was
he
no
heard-
response.
He entered about halfway.
There was no differentiation
That's-
of spatial. Like,
So he always sounds like he's basically right in front of
Yeah.
Brian.
Okay, so he didn't hear. And he's doing like what?
No.
Okay.
oh, he didn't hear it like that.
How dark is it between the house and the cornfield where I'm at?
Other than the full moon, it's pretty like pitch black unless you have a.
Full
All
moon
right,
is
so
all
I'm
on
really
the
well hidden.
The full moon is
In the
on the
cornfield.
is the full moon shining from the side of the house with the cellar door, or on the side of the house,
The back of the house.
the back of the house. Okay,
So you're moving.
trying to give you some angle of.
I'm going to sort of circle around to the dark side of the house,
Okay.
Which is which
Which
side?
is the cellar side.
if you say so. It's the side with the
Okay.
moon on the other side of the house. So I'm,
Well, the moon's on the back,
well,
so the front.
moon is on the back,
The
so
front
it's
would
kind
be-
of
moon's on the
like-
back, then
The front would be
the front would be obscured.
Yeah, the front would be obscured. So are you moving back toward the house?
Carefully.
Okay. All right, there, Clarence. So you
I'm gonna-
jump out the back door.
Yep. I
As you
slip
jump
out the back door. Yeah.
door, you see the cellar doors close that are on the side of the house.
Is there anybody outside, or do they shut as they go in? They're like, did somebody shut it, or do I just see them shut?
You just see them shut. because you like see the movement out of your peripheral vision,
and no one's
when you
standing
look
there. They're
over,
just closing, like somebody went inside.
It's like that's it. It's like a half inch and it's done. It's closed. It's
Does
like
he hear it? Like
no, there's no sound.
I'm going to silently walk up to the cellar doors.
Because he's Batman.
I'm going to stick my ear to it and try to listen in.
Stealth or whatever that is.
Would it be a stealth or would it be a listen? I mean, is there anybody I'm actively trying to hide from?
Listen, if he wants to sneak up, he has to roll sneak first.
Yeah, I mean,
Sneak
is there somebody...
Listen.
Batman is stealthy.
Yes.
Awesome.
Batman hears nothing.
Batman hears everything. He rolled an 8. You're 55.
You hear a whispered conversation.
Can I pick out any of the words or the sound of who it is?
Just, find him.
If you want to give him that.
One voice sounds very much adult, one sounds like a child. The adult voice sounds like it's calming and trying to calm the child down, and you can't hear it very well because they're moving. You can tell that they're moving away from the door.
So they're going deeper into the cellar?
Yes, deeper into the cellar.
Is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
It's open.
It's open.
Batman slips into the cellar.
You're going to abandon
Batman is
your,
opening.
You have
You're going to abandon your barn mission?
There is a new mission Batman must investigate.
I think this is going to be strength, so he can open the door because those are pretty heavy.
If you want
They're
to be.
metal.
Well, it depends.
They're like heavy metal.
Could a kid open them?
Are they
Not without
storm
pulling on
doors? Are they storm doors like this is a shelter in case a tornado comes in?
This is. I really don't want anybody going in there unless I want them to go in there.
Alrighty then, it's
Yeah,
a resisted
next
roll.
time. Your roll of
some sort.
Then assign the doors. Either assign the doors a certain number and then resistance off of that, or have Jesse roll 5 times the strength.
Nice.
Okay, I don't understand the 5 times.
I times my strength by 5. I try to roll under it.
That'd be a 45.
So it'd be a 45, which
Do
is
that.
less than half.
Yeah, baby.
But Batman's strong. 39.
You get it open?
Yes.
Alright, so you tug and you tug on the left door and you finally get it open to where you can walk down it.
Okay, I have a side mechanics question.
Uh-huh.
So what do you roll for standard, like, oh, and then you slipped, or and then it went goofy, or then it, like, the random dark roll of fate? Because as he's walking in and lets the door close behind him because it's so heavy, it slips and falls on his already cut leg. Because if I was the storyteller, that's how I'd screw you.
You would roll luck.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Go ahead.
Or you
Okay.
could just be
Earlier-
a storyteller
Yes.
and have it happen.
He tried to stop me by grabbing my cape, right?
No, he grabbed your arm.
Yes.
No, much earlier.
Yes,
I did.
that is why Edna
Oh,
Mode
yeah,
tells us
he-
no capes.
I'm going
Yeah.
to loosen my cape, but have
You
it
already
still
took
on.
it off.
Yeah, you took
You
it
took
off.
it off when I grabbed you by
That's
the
Yeah,
cape.
because you let him go. You
I
let the
did.
cape
Yeah,
go.
yeah. that's-
Batman is without cape.
Oh, Batman needs to look at his cape. He closes the cellar door and goes back. No, he doesn't.
Must have my cape. Nice.
So it was pretty heavy opening it. I don't.
Can I prop it open, or is this?
Well, it's one. It will
How
when you
windy
once
is
you
it?
get it open, it will it stays open.
Okay.
But
Do
you
with my 8-year logic, if this thing was a shut, would I be able to open it from the inside?
no, you're not going to be able to push it.
Yeah,
Sure you would.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would.
But the thing
You'd be
is,
underneath it. You just walk out.
you may not even want to close it because it's just going to fall on your head.
Oh, I know. I don't want to close it, but if it closes because somebody else goes by and goes,
What?
this
That's
cellar door's
fine.
open.
Open
And the
it.
kid shouldn't be down here. I think I'm going to close it.
Okay.
Is there any? I'm going to look around real quickly. Is there like any sticks, logs, wood,
Sides.
anything?
No. There's no trees around here, so no, there's no.
That doesn't mean there's not lumber for the fireplace that probably needs
Hypothetical
to
fireplace.
Wait, we were going to get
I
Brandon a
never said
fireplace?
there was no fireplace. I didn't say
No, but
there
it's
was
not
a
like
fireplace.
There's no
October,
sticks.
There's no
No, it
electricity.
even says there's no sticks.
No sticks, no stones.
There were stones.
But yeah, they got taken
Back.
away.
Those
It's a
were-
mystery. Batman must investigate. Batman
Okay.
slips into the basement
You go into the basement?
silently.
Okay.
Does Batman leave the door open?
Yes, Batman definitely leaves the door open.
Just checking.
Now, again, depending on when this house was built, like in in Wizard of Oz, you see that the door is just wood and it flops open all the way. If this was built later and is a super heavy door, it might actually be one that stops at a roughly 45-degree angle from the ground, or
to make it easier to close.
So if someone doesn't pick it
90-degree angle. Right?
Well, beyond 90-degree angle.
No, 45 beyond 90. There you go. That one.
So
it is 130.
130. However you want to split that hair.
Johnny's not strong on the maths. It's okay.
I think it's just the angles.
I said however you want to split that hair is fine. So anyway, the big heavy door might prop itself open at that angle.
It does. And the cellar doors have nothing to do with the age of the house. If
they've been replaced.
I mean, if anybody knew about anything, they would see that they've been replaced.
Johnny
is knows
great
about
on
that's
the
in the
artistry.
basement playing Candyland.
The numbers.
So I slipped down it. What's the lighting like down here?
There is.
I'm not ashamed. I don't know angles.
I'm going to step in.
Do you have your flashlight?
Close my eyes for a little bit and then open them and see if they adjusted at all. Can I see at all?
It's a black, dark hallway. There's no light. Do you have your flashlight?
I do have my flashlight,
Okay.
but I do know there's somebody in here, and I do know I was not supposed to come in here.
But like any good kid, you also know that if you put your fingers over your flashlight, you could get just enough light off of it to see.
Yeah, baby.
True, and I could look at my own bones.
Yes.
Oh, so what are you doing?
First I'll take a moment to look at my bones, and then I'm going to look down the hallway with it.
You're going to go down the hallway? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go down
The way I used to do it. Go ahead.
You go down this long cinder block hallway, and then all of a sudden it cuts left.
I'm going to turn my light out and see if any light is coming from that hallway
There's
at
no
all.
light.
I'm going to turn my light back on.
Okay.
I'm going to hold it over here and kind of peer around the corner.
Covered or not covered?
It's in this part of the hallway, so if there's a light, it might look like the light's further away down the hallway, maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of peer down in a dimly lit hallway.
Okay. It's not dimly lit. There's no light.
Well, I meant though, some of my light should
with
come
your
over
light.
a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
it goes down. Okay, there's nobody down there.
I'm going to put my hand over it again and start going down again.
You're going to go down...
Is there any... There hasn't been any doors or anything, right? I'm not leaving anything behind me?
No, there's
Okay.
been no doors until as you walk down the hall, on your right-hand side, there is a big wooden door, and then up on, did I say the left or in front?
Left.
Up on the left, like a little way, about 5 more feet up the hallway, you see a red light coming from under a door.
My light's out.
Okay.
Batman needs Superman. I'll get back out of there.
Okay. Are you walking back down the hall?
Yeah, lights out, hand on the wall.
Right.
Towards hopefully the light where my door's open.
Your door is closed.
It's closed? Yep. There's no light coming from over there?
Oh, no.
And he heard nothing?
Nope.
I'm going to try to open it anyway because I wouldn't know until I tried.
If you can find it.
Yeah, I'm going to turn my light back on. Walk back towards the door.
Okay.
And it's shut, right?
Yep, do your strength thing.
No. Yeah,
Batman is weak.
So, what do you do?
We'll go back down the hallway.
Okay.
Now there's light coming from the door on the furthest room, right?
Yeah, once you turn left and then you go down the hall.
I'm going to try this door first. The door on the first door I come across on the right. That the
big,
light's not
huge
coming from.
Wooden door.
Yeah, I'm going to turn my light out and see if it's locked.
Yes, you can't open it.
I'm going to try the room on the other side of the door.
With the red light on it?
No, not the one with the red light. I'm saying the red light for
There's
last
only
because that's
two
probably
doors.
what's
There's
all.
the big wooden door, and then there's the small, regular door.
Is there
with
any
light.
other room down here other than that?
Nope, just those two.
Grown up came down. Mom was here somewhere. So that means your brother can be back at the door. I'm going to go back to the door. Because I don't want my...
Back to what door?
Back to the storm cellar door.
Okay.
I'm going to start knocking on it. Trying to make some noise on that door.
Okay. And
I really don't want to find my dad down here. I don't want to get in trouble again.
Are you guys still out in the cornfield? You're still.
He's trying to sneak towards the house.
You're sneaking toward the house. You found out that you can't get very far down the road.
Get away.
So.
Do I see or hear any activity at the house?
You see Clark walking around in the front of it. You see like his shadow.
His flashlight.
Yeah, and flashlight.
Well, yeah, whatever.
But
in
the
house.
thing is, most of the rooms are very much illumined with all the candles and the oil lanterns, so you're going to be able to see.
So I will actually see him, not just a person.
Yeah.
I'm going to go try to hook up with Clark.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say?
And you said you're going to the front of the house as
I have a
well?
plan.
No? Okay.
I see them.
Uh-huh. I mean, if you're going to the front of the house and you stop in the cornfield,
well,
how...
Do I see any of the adults?
No, you don't see any of the adults, but the thing is, you said when you were walking that you only went 4 deep in. You went 3 deep? Okay, so have you gone further into the cornfield? No? Okay, so you've gone 3 deep and now you're coming back up. You're following, not essentially following Timothy, but coming back up at the same. Okay. No
So
adults,
I see no
and
adults.
you see Timothy and you see Clark's shadow in the house.
And what Timothy would be
Outside the
crossing
house?
the. No, I'd be
No,
No,
inside.
he's
house.
inside looking for
All
Clarence.
right, I'm coming around the side of the house that is hidden in shadow.
Okay, that's
at
the
least
front of
from
the
now
house.
on. All right,
Yep.
yeah. I'm going to enter the house
Okay,
Are you going
through
to?
the front door.
through the front door.
Okay, so
I would
we would
see
need to
him.
do, we would need to do sneak
mean,
because
you
you
try-
have you're going to have to get past
Okay.
Timothy and you're going to have to get past Clark.
Two sneak rolls. Who's he sneaking by first?
He's
Timothy?
going to, if he's sneaking, he's going to.
Make the first one.
Okay,
I mean,
snuck up onto the porch.
Make the second one.
would we oppose
Alright.
these in any way? I mean, would we have a?
Technically, it'd probably just be a sneak.
Yeah. What's going to happen?
I mean, the
is,
chart actually has numbers that.
What's going to actually happen
No,
is
it wouldn't.
Brian, Timothy's going to see your shadow and he's going to go toward the house. You stop for a second to look behind you to see if Mr. Dublesset is coming or if you hear him. Brian sneaks past you up onto the porch. At that point in time, you are walking back into the kitchen and dining room to try and find your brother again. And that's when Brian sneaks into the door.
So I'm in the front room.
Okay, you sneak and go into the front room.
Okay. I'm going to take. How many lanterns are there? I mean, you said it's well lit.
Yeah, it's well lit. There's probably lantern on the table. There's a couple coffee tables, so lanterns on the tables. There's a lantern hanging on either side of the door. There's a few lanterns on the server tables and the.
Okay, so it's a well furnished room.
Mhm.
Carpets and all that kind of stuff.
No, it's all wooden floors.
Okay, old house.
Yeah, old house.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple of the lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spill the oil all over everything.
Okay.
I'm going to go over by the front door.
Okay.
Take lantern there.
Okay.
He's got to set the
I would
house
think-
ablaze.
Again, Tim or I mean, Tim's walking
Well-
towards the
Well,
house.
First of all, since we need to be audible, you can't just make a hand action. You're going to throw the lantern.
At the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At the oil.
So.
And I'm going.
When you go into the front room to pick up the two lanterns to spill the oil,
Mm-hmm.
Timothy comes up on the porch, right? Because you're looking for Clark.
Yep.
All right, and he's going to see your shadows because of the other
in the
lamps.
back,
So
the lights are moving around the room.
go. You see a shadow in the front room. And then
I just see a
you are
shadow or I see
coming
Brian?
around- Huh? You see Brian's shadow in the front room grabbing the lamps to spill the oil.
But he hasn't spilled it yet.
he's in the process of.
Brian, what are you doing?
Getting us out of here. Now be quiet.
It's not whispered for the recording.
Yeah. He
Getting
whispers,
us out of here. Now be quiet.
Do I hear Tim talking to Brian? Since I'm over here.
Listen.
Roll listen.
Oh, yeah, you would
Since
roll
they're
listen.
trying to be quiet.
Are you guys whispering? You're
whispering.
whispering to him. Did you whisper
Tim.
that, or did you were like, "Hey,
No,
what
I
are
was
you doing?"
kind of, what are you doing?
Okay, so you would actually
You definitely
probably
heard me.
hear that in the other room.
Okay. Then,
So
yeah, as soon as I hear
Okay.
another voice, I go as well.
Maybe he was talking to you.
Well, I heard a voice, so one of my friends, so I go to check out what's going on. And I
as
see-
you come into the room, your father and your father come up onto the steps and are at the front door, and he goes, "Timothy, what are you doing?"
This is after Ethan's dad told me that my dad's not here.
Didn't
Yeah.
tell him, you
And-
didn't tell
Yep.
him you weren't
He
here.
did.
He did.
And I've been told that there's no phone service.
Right.
So I'm going to be highly doubtful. How do I tell if I think it's him or not? Like, I spot hidden? Or?
No. What would that be?
If he didn't think it's him, he didn't think it's him.
Psychology?
Yeah.
I
That's,
just
that's sort of
believe-
Okay, you don't
no,
think
that's
it's
just
him?
a personal thing. Whether it's him or not, you just believe it.
Yeah.
It's your personal thoughts.
You're like,
Yeah.
that ain't
And
him.
so he's in the front door?
Yep.
I take off for the back door.
Tim, where are you going?
At
I
that
just-
point,
And then at that point, Brian's father steps through the door. He's like, "Brian, what are you doing?" Okay.
and I'm running for the back door too.
And you're running for the back door too?
point
That
of
place
order.
will go up like a Roman candle.
The parents are standing here,
You will have to
and you
pass
were
them.
over here. The door is around here. Like, this room is unexplored, so you would have to run through them to get to another door.
Yeah.
You'd run past the front door to get to the back door, from what we've established.
Which would obviously be within arm's reach of both of them.
Right.
Yes.
So there is a door that we have not yet opened, back here in the back of the living
Dun,
room.
dun, dun.
That door goes. That's a portal to hell. Don't open that one. That's just bad.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to do that.
I'm just saying.
I've
are-
already.
You
throw
started.
the fire?
Are you
Yeah.
you threw the
All
fire?
right, see, I'm going to try to...
And are you coming
Dodge
to
by
go
him, yeah.
dodge by the stairs by them?
yeah, I'm just going to try to run by him.
Okay, so I am going to do, I guess, grapple. Would that be it? Grapple to try and grab the kids. They don't. Neither one of them seem to be fazed by the fire. They just look at you and they look very angry, and they're saying things like, "What are you doing?" You know, the Dublesses have welcomed you into your home, and they set this all up for you guys. So they're kind of saying things to like try to get you to stop running. And I don't have any grapple, so what do I do?
Base
with
is
this?
25.
Yeah,
If
basically,
they don't
if
have
they
a
don't have it
stat.
on there, then they have the base.
Yeehaw.
Okay, that's Tim's dad.
Brian, did you
Tim-
run past him, or did you run to the back of the house?
I'm going for the back of the house.
So he's
What for?
I'm not
the,
For the
going within
unopened door.
arm's reach of the.
Are you? So you're going for back here?
There's got to be a
Deeper
way
into
out.
us.
I'm going.
Okay.
Let it
So-
burn.
So you get to the door, and once you get to this back door, you open it. It swings open. There's stairs that go down.
It's the door to the basement, or run back past your dad.
How's the fire doing? Now, a fire will double in size every 30 seconds. How's the fire doing?
Yeah, but we've been at 1001, 1000 basement.
I don't know. How is the fire doing?
Oh, I know how this
Nobody's
should
really, the two adults really don't seem concerned about it, or aren't trying to put it out at this time. So, I mean, it's growing,
It started in here. Come on, don't kill me yet.
Don't kill me yet.
He's splashed around in here. The parents
Timothy's
are here.
dad has gone after him.
Okay.
Presumably, I'll be running past you.
Brian's dad
yeah.
has come into.
If I see you, I'd be like, "Get
I'm hoping they burn the
out of here!"
Brian's dad. Where did you? The thing is, where did you throw it? Like, are you You didn't want to block the doorway because you knew that you were going to go through there. Where did you throw the fire? Into the corner?
Well, let's see. I'd have spread oil over the furnishings and the floor because it's wood.
Yeah.
So
I would have thrown. Yeah.
Okay.
With an accelerant like that, the entire area he spread the fire
would be up.
Yeah. So that
up in flames.
So I'd say fire bad.
Okay.
Right there, right now.
Okay. So.
And then parents.
Tim just made it out alive.
Yeah.
So Tim made out alive. Brian's father starts coming in and walks toward the area of the fire. It does not affect him. He's not being harmed by it. He comes to walk around behind you. As the fire spreads in this corner, you start to hear screaming upstairs. Like this horrible, god-awful, guttural, animalistic,
winning. Thank you.
Screaming sound. And the house starts shaking.
Oh.
Brian, I hope you make it out of there.
Thumbs up, Batman.
As soon as I see Tim run, well, I guess I would wait until I see Tim's dad enter the room. I imagine as Tim blows past me.
Mm-hmm.
I did say,
and as soon as I see Tim's dad, then I start to blow.
Tim's dad walks into the fire.
Well, no, Brian's dad walks into the fire. Tim's dad is following us into the kitchen.
Oh, gotta go.
And then as soon as I see Tim's dad
door,
around,
right?
You're
pounding on the door. When you guys shoot out that side door, you hear somebody pounding on the cellar door.
Can I make out that it's my brother?
I will be saying help.
I mean,
yeah. The closer that you get, you know that it's you. You can tell that it's him. So do you both go towards that door?
I stop for a second.
How close is my dad behind me?
Yeah.
Like right on my heels?
Yeah, he's an adult.
Oh, well, in that case, no.
Sorry,
in that case,
you're running from your dad. I gotta go.
I'm looking straight for the corn.
No, I'm gonna run and get and try and get my bag out and arm myself with a rolling pin and a steak knife.
Because it's not your dad, right?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, while what I see is we will angle off this way. The barn's like over here, right? From the cellar door is the barn.
The front door.
Barn's in the front
door
across the street.
The barn is over here.
Like right here.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
The barn's diagonal from the house.
Then I'm gonna try and catch up with Tim and pull him in this thing. Pull him at so that we cross in front of the cellar door.
Right.
But we still run until I'm able to arm myself with a knife and a rolling pin. At that point, I stop and turn on his dad.
Do I notice the house shaking in the basement, in the cellar area?
No, not at this time.
Okay. As soon as
Brian.
All right, can I get past my dad and get out the front door since he's over in the fire area?
He has come past this door. The fire has spread up this wall. It's spreading across to here, and it is it's spread across the front of the house.
So I've got one shot at
it. And he is standing like right here, and he's coming like around.
But what's he paying attention to?
He's on you. Like he is on you. Like he is coming
the basement.
toward you.
I'm going down the basement.
All
and
right.
he's slamming the door behind me.
All right. So as soon as you get down into the basement, nothing is shaking.
Good.
So hold that thought. Okay. As soon as Clark and Timothy come around the corner, and you said you're turning on his dad?
As soon as I am armed, I will stop and turn on his dad.
As soon as you come around here, you see your dad come around the other side of the house and go, what's going on? What's going on at the front of the house? I smell smoke or something like that. And then he grabs the door, and he's like, is there something wrong at the front of the house? We need to get down in the basement to...
he grabs the cellar door or the back door?
No,
outside?
the cellar door. Yeah, you hear your dad.
I turn my light on. I'm looking down the corridor. I do not want to get caught in this basement by my dad. There's a door around here with the light on. I'm out of here.
All right.
Batman's running.
Batman's running. And
I would rather face the red snake than my dad at this moment.
Do you tell him that you heard Clarence down here, or what do you say to him?
So, what is Timothy's dad doing at this point? Because he was running after us. I stopped. Right. Do you stop, Tim?
Have you told me that you're arming yourself, or you?
I'm like, I pulled you, I grabbed you, so you would then see me getting stuff out of my bag.
Right.
And then I stop.
So
if you hand me a weapon, I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay. Were
do you
you
want
still going to continue?
And yet, if you keep running, you will be the only one that lives. Anyhow, go ahead.
Defend yourself against this guy.
I'm stopping to defend myself against Tim's dad.
Okay.
Does he continue to run after the two of us?
When your dad appears, when Tom appears, Timothy's dad stops and is like, "Hey, Tom, what's going on? It looks like this got out of hand. I thought we were just here to have fun."
Okay, so they're acting like nothing's really that weird. Except my dad has said something. He smells smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. I hand you the knife.
Okay.
I put the knife in Tim's hand, and I say, and I've got the rolling pin kind of bat-like in mine, and I say, Dad, some weird shit's happening. I want to know what's going on right now. You and Mom have been acting weird for years. What the hell is going on?
You're gonna say years.
Yeah. That's what we talked about before.
Okay. Clark, I can't really explain all this right now. That's why we're here at this house. Some of it has to do with your grandfather, but we thought that it would be nice to bring your friends out here and create a haunted house for you. And we wanted to scare you a little bit. I didn't realize it would get this out of hand. I'm sorry if we scared you a lot. Let's put the knife and the rolling pin down. We don't want anybody to get hurt. We just want you guys to have fun. If you guys aren't having fun, we need to end this now. Let's go ahead and get everybody else and round them up. Or, no. And then he'd be like, what is going on at the front of the house? Why do I smell smoke?
I think Brian set the house on fire.
Dear Jesus God.
You ratted me out again.
That's what I do.
That's what he does. He is a fink.
Look.
And at that point in time, Tom screams, your mom's name, screams Peggy, and she comes running out of the barn. She has a black cloak on.
How does she get out of the barn?
She runs out of the door.
Like just slips
through
right
the door? Or
Yep. She comes through the front door.
Nice.
I take 3 steps farther away.
And
like she squeezes, or she just passes through it.
Oh no, she squeezes through it, But she has a black cloak on, and she's like, Tom, what's going on? I can see the front of the house; it's on fire. I thought you were going to bring the boys back here so we could scare them. And and he's like, at this point in time, they're going, he's yelling at her to get the fire extinguisher. She's yelling at him, what the heck's going on, and why is all this happening, and this was a stupid idea, and they're kind of arguing, whatever. She runs into the kitchen to grab the fire extinguisher to go to the front of the house.
Which is firmly ablaze at this point in time.
Oh, yes.
All of this right here. Yeah. Okay. And then, because
I would approach that fire with a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
That room's gone.
That room's gone. All right. So.
I mean, she can still run into the kitchen.
Yeah,
That's
she's
her
going to run into the kitchen to go assess whatever. So, and he's like, the boys are downstairs. We have to make sure that Ethan's dad and the boys get out. You guys come and help me get these guys out of here. And he opens up the cellar door to usher everybody down so that they can go get these guys. You have run toward the light.
I'm going to try the doors one more time. That doesn't have the red light for me.
Are you trying the door with the red light?
I will try the door with
You
the red light.
step through?
I'm going to try it first. Is it unlocked?
Yeah, it unlocks and opens.
I'm going to open it. I'm going to look in.
Okay.
With my light. No hands. I don't care what I find in here now.
As you flash your light in there, the red light kind of diminishes a little bit.
Do we notice?
No.
Do I see... I'm not going to shine... I'm going to shine my light back and try to look at the red light.
Okay, you look at the red light is just like it's all consuming the whole room. But as you flash your light down, it diminishes and you can see a wooden door
on the other side of the room.
Yeah, but it's like 3 to 4 feet away. It's not very far.
Batman has an idea. I hold my light. Is the red light encompassing the whole room, or
yeah,
is it
the red light is just glowing through the whole room.
I'm just going to start spinning the light around me as I walk in and start walking towards the other door.
All right, everybody leave the table. Jesse, Matt, and so we, as soon as you walk into that
this
room,
light's trying to hit every.
Okay, as soon as you walk in the room, you are in the room with Bobby and Ethan, and they're standing there looking at you.
Hey guys,
where did you come from?
The door. Where'd you guys
open the door up?
The door's open.
No, it's not.
You turn around?
You turn around and you see a big wooden door that looks like in its castle with the metal, bars across it that looks like a castle door.
Is it open or is it closed?
It's closed. It's never been open.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to open the door.
Nope, it doesn't open.
Yeah, I've been there.
So I'm going to look around the room.
Okay.
Other than these guys.
Alright, and Scott described the room.
Alright, it's a square room. It's about 12 feet wide. It's about regular sized height. It's all cinder block. There is a table and chair. There's a full standing wrought iron candelabra with a small table next to it. On the western wall, there are the little glass blocks that we saw. 4 glass blocks, a space, 4 glass blocks, a space, 4 glass blocks. On the opposite wall of the door, there's a curtain where the window, that's covering... You can't see through the curtain. And the east-facing wall is completely blank. It is all cinder block, not painted cinder, just plain old gray cinder block.
The candelabra is wrought iron.
So what are you guys doing here?
Why do you beat the door down with it?
I can barely pick it up.
Yeah, but the 3 of us might be able to pick it up and go through the glass.
No, it's not big enough.
The glass is too small for any of us to fit through.
Is it too small for me to fit through?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like...
Are you going to go check the window?
Yeah. What's going on?
There's no window behind it. You take the curtain and it's like, who the hell would put a curtain up in the window?
We'll take the curtain down.
You're going to pull on the curtain? Mm-hmm. You can't get it down.
I'm going to grab it.
Pure vandalism.
Pull it over my shoulder, turn, and run to the other side.
And you fall on your face.
Nice.
No.
It'd be on my back because it pulled me back.
Yeah, pull you back.
What are you doing? Why are you trashing the place?
Because... What's going on? Why are we here?
It.
Why are we...
I got things I want to try and stuff. There's stuff here. We got to get through the door. That'll catch us.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Why?
Because he's already caught us.
Huh?
What?
Something's wrong with your dad.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. All right.
Can we move this? I'm gonna try to walk over to the candelabra.
And by the way, if you see my dad, don't trust him either.
Why? Wait, your dad's here?
No.
Well, you just said if we see your dad.
Key point: if you see my dad, and since he's not here, don't trust that thing. It's not my dad.
Batman can't move this alone. Maybe with the Green Lantern's help, we can move this candlestick.
To do what?
To hit the door!
To do what?
To
open
use
the
it as a
door!
battering ram on the door and see if we can break it open. It's not a terrible idea. Batman has a decent idea.
Really? When does Batman ever have a decent idea?
This is one.
Alright, well, everybody gets one.
We're going to pause it here and
Doomed!
So, okay, so everybody's back at the table. Brian, you ran down the stairs. Mm-hmm. And when you get to the end of the stairs, did you still have your flashlight?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to turn your flashlight on? It's pitch black.
Yes.
Okay. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, I have no idea what.
According to the map,
Yeah.
which we've established on the first floor
I know
works,
there's some doors that
Yeah.
lead
it
up.
should be a straight shot from where you entered the basement to the double
to
cellar
the
doors.
double cellar doors.
That
Not
would
the
make
Cthulhu
sense.
house.
I am going to make my way to that exit.
There is no exit. So
Lord love the
you
Cthulhu
come
house.
to the bottom of the stairs and you turn your flashlight on. It's a long, dark hallway, and you kind of see something gleam about 10 feet up on the right side of the wall. Are you going to go check it out? You also hear somebody messing with the door at the top of the stairs.
Does the corridor carry on past that? Whatever's gleaming?
About 2 feet, but then it ends. It looks like it ends.
Alright, I have no other option. Yes, I'm going to go check out what it is.
It's a large wooden door.
I'm going to try and open it.
Okay. It opens, and do you step through?
What do I see on the other side?
It just looks like an empty room.
Is there any other exit?
On the other side, there is a white door with a red light underneath of it.
I'm going to kill him.
That was the room.
I'm going to step into the room.
Okay.
Is there a lock on the door?
On which door?
The door that Alright, the immediate door that I come to.
No, there's no discernible lock.
Step in, go over to the other door.
Okay.
Open the door. What do I see inside?
There is a light room filled with red light.
Been there, done that. Flashing the light onto the red light so...
Okay. Yep.
What else is out there?
Grunts down. Once you flash your light over the wall, you see a wooden door at the other side.
I'm headed for the other door.
As soon as you step into the room, you are in the room with him, and him.
Do we spear him
Hold
with
on.
a candelabra?
Ethan, Bobby, and
Thank
Clarence.
Yep.
I got
Ethan,
this one.
Bobby, and Clarence.
So you find yourself in a 12-foot by 12-foot room.
It's 9 foot, but go ahead.
Well, I'm going by Scott's description.
12 foot by 9 foot. That's what I just said. Oh,
Okay.
well, what? Yeah, well. It changed some.
On one wall, you'll see these square glass blocks, 6 inches by 6 inches. 4 of them a blank, 4 of them a blank, and 4 of them. And then on the next wall, you see this giant curtain that looks like it's been pulled on, and there's just a wall behind it, nothing else. And then on the next wall, it's just blank, and there's a table, a chair, a giant iron rock candelabra being carried by the 3 of us, preparing to ram the only door in the room, which is...
The one right behind you.
Yes, the one right behind you, and it is... like a big iron or big wooden castle door with the iron rod pieces on it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can I help?
Are we able to stop before we spear?
Oh, we won't hit him. We would.
Yeah, get on this. Get on this. Get on this.
Pops in front of us as we're charging.
Okay.
I'm up for
Isn't he
that.
just standing in the open door, though? I mean, he opened
Oh,
it.
no.
Door's
It's a closed door.
There's no
Oh,
open door.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Well, he's just there.
He just appears.
The door is closed behind him.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, get on this. Get on this. Get on this.
Okay.
I'll get
Sorry,
on.
we've only done this a couple times.
So, Timothy Clark, you're standing at the top with Tom. He's very worried, and he's like, "Come on, we got to go get these guys out of here. Let's go get them before your mom's not gonna be able to put out this fire. This is an old house; it's gonna be consumed quickly. We got to get these guys out of here. Let's go."
Don't mean to
And
worry
he
you guys, but the
starts-
house is on fire.
Run down.
The house is on fire?
He
Why is the
starts
house on
running
fire?
down the
a long
stairs.
story.
Do you follow him?
No.
Who set the house on fire?
You don't follow him. Where do you guys go?
I'm going to
I
ask.
stand
They're leaving
right.
us alone?
Yeah, I stand right
No,
there in the middle of the
guys,
yard.
on
your
the stairs.
father is standing there behind you.
As long as he doesn't take it, as I'm brandishing the knife, as long as he
Right.
doesn't step towards me, I just stand there.
Yeah, I don't move an inch. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going. Sending a kid into a burning house is dumb.
It's awesome.
I know this. Asking me to go help do something an adult should do anyway is dumb. My 10-year-old logic says everything about what my dad just said is dumb. I'm not doing it. But I'm not moving unless Tim's dad approaches more.
Okay. As you guys are standing there, your mother
Comes out of the house.
comes out of the house. She's wearing an all black robe. As you don't see it, but you hear rustling behind you in the cornfields. And there, from the cornfields, come about your mom. Whose dad isn't here? Is somebody's dad not here?
My dad's not
Bobby's dad is here.
And your dad all come out as robed figures, and they descend upon you two.
So all the parents,
whatever opening I have, I just book it towards the corn.
Yeah.
There are starting.
So we've got Tim's dad here, and we're standing.
No, you guys are.
You are surrounded.
Well, no, we're like off the map over this direction because we were running.
You
this
came
has got
over
to be the
here
most
and you got
elaborate
around
Halloween
here
party
because
ever.
you were coming here,
right? But
and then your dad came here and stopped you.
Right. He didn't grab us. He called for us as we were running out of the house.
The cornfields here, anywhere that you could go.
Like
right
it's like
here,
right up on the house. There's not like 10 feet of space.
Okay, this would be the space.
Okay.
So, throughout all of this, any space that's in between you guys, like a parent would come out.
Yeah, the cultists or parents come out to.
And then behind them come like another of the opposite sex, another unknown face.
So more adults.
Yeah.
Adults just come streaming out of the cornfield.
Well,
That's
not
awesome.
streaming. There's like 15 of them. Maybe.
That's close enough.
So
to
this
stream.
is like the opposite of the children of the corn.
The adults of the corn.
Are any adults coming from the quote unquote back of the house? The front. This is the back.
Right.
So are any adults coming out this way? Because this would be an open avenue for us to run this way.
No, and these guys are going to run after you. What do we do for speed or catching somebody?
The adults will catch them quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're longer legged and faster.
I go down fighting.
Dodge,
as long as
they're grappling me. I'm going to try to wrestle out.
That's what it comes down to is grapples and dodges.
Okay.
But again, if the parents are just going to overpower us because there's 20 of them and 2 of us, then we're done. And
okay.
All I request is I don't go down like a bitch. I want to give somebody a concussion first.
No, you go down like a 10-year-old bitch. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cut,
second.
dodge, and
seriously.
So I guess what essentially happens to kind of
So okay,
he
clocks one of them, and then they grab him, and
you're going to swing at one of them. Another one will like grab you. You're going to be like poking at them. They're going to like swipe at you, 2 of them, but then another one is going to come and grab your arm and knock the knife out of your arm and grab you.
Do they hurt us in the process of capturing us?
No, they're not. They're not.
They're just subduing.
Yes, they're just subduing.
The sacrifices must be whole.
Oh, don't give her ideas. Okay, what now?
Yeah, we're caught.
And then they carry you guys down into the basement. And
the burning building.
Yeah.
Nice.
And as they're carrying you two down the hall, the building starts shaking. Just shaking like it had been before.
Yeah. Do we notice in the room?
Yes, you
we slammed that door.
Did you say it's shaking like a Polaroid picture?
Nice.
Sure.
We're gonna try beating the door down.
Hit the door.
Okay. Yes.
We're at an hour.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is the end of it. So
one way or the other. This is.
Beware the other.
No, one way
or the other. This is the end of it.
Okay. So the house starts shaking. You guys feel it shaking in the room, and something starts moving behind the curtain. You can't see it, but it's kind of like waving the curtain, like maybe like a thin like air is coming through a window or something like that.
Excellent. We're going to beat the door down faster.
Yeah. Does the door have any reaction to the wrought iron candlestick?
I mean, you're putting like little dents, like little chips of wood is coming off of the door.
Good.
Good idea, Batman.
So you guys are doing that, and then all of a sudden, as you keep ramming the door, like people start appearing in the room. Like 5 people appear in the room in black robes, and then to a person that's holding Clark and a person that's holding Timothy appear in the room.
I say we start swinging at black things.
And then
who are all the people though?
They kind of like
we don't want to hurt them. Maybe they're running from the fire.
They don't push them toward you, but they kind of let them go in your direction. And then, like the rest of everybody starts appearing in the room as they're walking into the room.
I let the candelabra go.
Okay. I don't.
Run through the curtain.
You'll run through the curtain?
It's the only available exit.
There's a wall behind the curtain.
He doesn't necessarily know that.
That's how we lost Brian.
Alright, what happens when
Brian went out his own way?
I got a pretty good idea of how we're going to lose
Brian says,
this current scenario.
You run like in through the curtain. You run smack dab into a huge seething face with tentacles and like octopi arms, and it literally grabs you and starts to consume you.
So you went down.
Does he scream?
So now, do we get to see this, or do we hear him yell, or does he make noise,
you
or
hear him screaming?
Is my parents
I was
in this
kidding
room?
when I said that's how we lost Brian. For the record.
So you hear him screaming.
Is my parents in here?
Your parents.
I run to them and try to get underneath their robes if they're wearing robes.
Should we make sanity checks?
I don't know yet.
Well,
I don't think that it matters anymore.
You run to them, and your mom holds you and wraps you under her robe and says, "Don't worry, you won't remember this." She doesn't know why. And your dad turns to you and says, "Thank you for bringing your friends here tonight." And then turns back to the rest of you.
Okay. How close? How close am
I? Can I see that bag real quick?
No, I have my own bag. How close am I to Clark?
Oh,
Well, they just popped in the room, so they should be relatively close to me.
They had been pushed toward you, but their parents came up and started to like pull them away. So Timothy and you and Ethan are kind of separated from everybody, and everybody's kind of just like semicircled around you. And
could I make my way towards Clark?
No, they won't let you get to him.
Can I make my way towards Clark's dad?
Definitely no. They're not going to
let his
you
mom.
Get to him. No.
I'm guessing they took my bag.
Because I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out that really long, sharp, ritualistic dagger, and I'm going to stab a bitch.
Oh, you're going to...
Somebody getting stabbed repeatedly.
So as you, like, take the ritualistic knife and you go toward the crowd of people, or you go toward Clark or his parents... one of the tentacles comes and wraps itself around you.
Because I'm on a two-handed baseball swing this bitch. Somebody's getting stabbed.
And you get pulled into the wall.
Oh. And that's how we lost Bobby. Hi, Scott.
They took my bag,
so,
yes?
Yes, they took your bag.
Did they search my body?
No, they haven't searched you.
So I pull out the Ankh.
Okay, they stop and they look at you and they say, "Do you want to join us?"
One
yes.
of us.
Oh, you little bitch. You son of a bitch.
Death or cultist? Cultist.
And
when
then
he got grabbed, did he drop his bag?
Did Bobby drop his bag?
Yes. No, I'd already dropped my bag. I pulled the knife out, dropped the bag.
Yeah.
And
What else was in the bag? The copper bowl? Mm-hmm. I pull out the copper bowl.
No, I had the copper bowl.
No,
he's got a different bowl.
He's got the copper bowl as well. I pull out the copper bowl.
Okay.
I can join you too?
And they stop, and I mean, this is all I know about Cthulhu. I don't know about any rituals.
It's all good. You're good.
So you guys go through rituals, and you come to cultists.
What about the rest of us?
You're done.
What about the children?
Yeah,
what about the two kids of the
this
family?
This is not cool. I would fight this.
No, they...
Hey, I'm not going to fight it.
You won't remember this. Thank you for bringing your friends to us.
No,
Oh, God!
I'm fighting
No,
Clark.
the thing is...
You're dead! What a great answer. I hate this game.
Clark is fighting. Someone will have to subdue this child before.
Clark.
Okay.
It's okay.
Clark,
You
join us.
Okay. Because by this point, I've seen Cthulhu, and I've probably lost some more sanity.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Just don't fight it. Don't
No.
fight
Oh, see,
I-
that's what. When they start saying that, you kill them.
Yeah. No. I mean,
It's tasty like a chocolate
So-
starfish. This is
so-
bad.
You're basically you are the charms of this family. You, for some reason, you're the center of it.
No, I'm
So
Hunter from
they're-
Paranormal Activity. I've got that.
They are like pinning you down and like feeding you a type of drink or something, so that you'll calm down. It's basically
the blood of the collie.
So it's basically like making you calm down, and then like after Clarence and you drink this, you guys are not going to remember anything.
So yeah, so the I don't want to take over, but what I'm seeing in my mind is two of my friends have been like, you know what, this is the right idea, and they've joined in. My brother has said, Mom and Dad said it's fine. I'm
Yeah. When they start to hand me drinks, I don't want to forget this.
Oh, you
they
are
make you drink it.
sick bastard.
But as the screen fades to black, they literally have 6 of the men have grabbed onto Clark and they're pinning him to the floor.
Yep.
And massaging your throat.
Right. My mom comes over and another woman holds my nose and she pours it in and he's just screaming no, and it fades to black
while the house burns over you.
Yeah. And
so do they become cultists, or they become snacky s'mores? Or are they just...
Maybe it's too late.
Epilogue, credits roll, bonus scene.
Right, bonus scene.
Clark,
Nice.
Clark and Clarence, 2-3 years older,
a different
walking up to a group of kids. Hey guys, my parents said we can have a Halloween party.
Oh, I hate you all! Oh, that's horrible!
So that is going to do us tonight for Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Gnarltep. We're going to have a wrap-up session after this, so tune into that next week where we're going to talk to Shirley about her first adventure into running a game. And we will talk to you then, and enjoy the rest of your Halloween.